Your Majesty, to be awarded an MBE and a Lloyd's Medal for Bravery is indeed a privilege. Yes, I am the First Lady to be thus honoured, sir. Once upon a time, in 1894, I was born in a castle. But I was no fairy princess. I was a maker who loved my tools. In 1915, Papa said, "Vicky, now you're 21, you can choose your career." I'm going to be a marine engineer. And I was lucky. In World War I, girls were doing all sorts of men's work. The war was my fairy godmother. Its new opportunities got me an apprenticeship at a garage, and then that got me a job at a Liverpool shipyard. And I rose. See, marine engineers need ships at sea, and I wanted to use my fingers and my brains to help build the vessels to move about our empire. Power. But back then, the only seagoing women were chambermaids in floating hotels with frilly caps. Well, finally, I wangled myself a ship through connections, and I sailed, and I learned. From 1924 to 1929, I went everywhere in the world. So I wanted to be the best. Chief engineer. See, chiefs are the true kings of the ship, not captains. So I studied, and I took that exam 31 times, 10 years, but never once did I pass. Why not? I'm not that bad at spelling, and 31 fails sounds fishy. Mr. Martin, my old lecturer at Dundee Technical College, finally asked those Board of Trade examiners, "Why do you keep failing my girl every time?" Here's what he found out. Off the record, of course.
My dear Miss Drummond, the examiners are always going to turn you down. I've been tipped off that they are not prepared to let in any female. She would only sully the profession. One day it will change, but you were born too soon. Settle for being a very good second engineer, as you are.
When World War II began, the Ministry of Shipping started to allow second engineers to qualify as chiefs, just on the basis of an oral exam. Surely now was my chance.
No. Passing a candidate on the basis of how many times he has already made an attempt would be unprecedented.
I wanted to help win the war. So I obtained my chief certificate from Panama. It wasn't seen as having the same value, but so what? The other engineers knew that I was just as experienced as most certified chiefs. So with that little bit of despised Panamanian paper, I sailed away on foreign ships. It was on the Atlantic that I did the deed that brought me fame. The Bonita was speeding away from 7 German bombers attacking us. And a water pipe split under the strain, and without that water going to the boilers, we'd be done for. So I held that pipe together till we escaped, as any good engineer would. It was funny, after that, the world made me into a celebrity. In Cape Town, there was a picture of me in a newspaper pinned up on the wall of a Chinese restaurant. And in 1943, the King said,
Well done, Miss Drummond, our First Lady Marine Engineer.
But did all that recognition mean that a woman could apply to be a chief engineer? No. But I carried on sailing until 1962 with my Panamanian certificate. A heroine? No. Just a slogger, really. I love my engines.